afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, our graduates, and welcome to our 2014 commencement ceremony at Fillmore Central. This is, I get to do quite a few welcomes. This is by far the most pleasurable one to do, where we get to honor our graduates and recognize their accomplishments over several years. Parents especially, I'm sure you're thinking back, it wasn't that long ago you did the kindergarten graduation, and here they are finally graduating as seniors in high school and moving on in their life. So welcome everybody. I know that graduates are very appreciative of being here, and we look forward to great things from them in the future.
Good afternoon. For those of you visiting and don't know me, my name is Jessie Powell and I'm part of the music department here at Fillmore Central. I would like to tell you about the piece you're about to hear from the high school band. In 2013, the composer of this piece, Promise, was commissioned by Southview and Valley View Middle Schools in Edina, Minnesota to write for their state convention performance in February of 2014. In doing so, the composer wanted to use the opportunity to pay tribute to a fantastic group of young people, the Fillmore Central class of 2014. The title of the piece, Promise, refers to the exciting time in a young person's life when they complete their high school career and have endless opportunities awaiting them at the university, the workplace, or the military. This particular piece is dedicated to the composer's son, Nicholas, and his entire graduating class of 2014, who embody all of the honesty, integrity, hope, and promise of their generation. We wish you all the best, and we love you very much.
Good afternoon. At this time, we are going to recognize the scholarships and honor students for the class of 2014. You'll find a list of the scholarships printed on the insert in your program, and the honor students are listed on the back of your program. Students that have received local scholarships, please stand. The local scholarships alone total right at $50,000 this year. This is a great reflection of the generosity and support of our community. To become an honor student at Fillmore Central, you must be very dedicated and determined for 4 consecutive years. Students who have a grade point average of 3.5 to 3.74 have earned the status of honor students. Please rise and remain standing while I call your names. Please hold your applause until I've read all the names. These students are Colin Bennett, Alex Fischbacher, Thomas Henry, Sydney Huffman, Andrew Love, Jesse Nelson, Victoria Peterson, Nicole Sebastian, and Keely Todd. Students who have a grade point average of 3.75 to 4.0 have earned highest honors. Again, if you would please rise and remain standing while I call your names. Please hold your applause until I've read all the names. These students are Samantha Grebow, Logan Masters, Nicholas Powell, Sarah Reichs, Lindsay Weiss, Danielle Zinsmaster.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today on this very exciting day. First, I would like to start by saying thank you to our school administration, faculty, and staff for their continued support these last 13 years. For without them, we would not be here today. Thank you to all of our family, friends, and loved ones for not only being there to celebrate each of our successes, but for also being there to encourage us to never give up in our times of struggle. Lastly, I would like to thank my classmates. Despite the fact that everyone knows everything about everyone, given our small class size, it truly has been a blessing to be able to say that we have memories with each and every person in our graduating class. I don't want to sound cliche by saying that graduation is not an ending, it's a beginning. But when we think about it, it truly is just a beginning. All throughout high school, my classmates and I were so focused on the little things and just getting across that finish line that we never really spent much time focusing on what was across that finish line. I know I spent way too much time focusing on every little grade I got for each assignment rather than just worrying about whether or not I had learned the material. Once I realized that this was the case, my whole attitude for school and life completely changed. I found myself listening and comprehending rather than just following along and going through the motions. The same example can be used for sports. I myself am not much of an athlete, but I think I can say for my classmates who are athletes that too often there was a lot of emphasis put on the mistakes that were made. It's always great to set high goals, and it's natural to be disappointed when they aren't achieved. But we have to remember that we learn from our mistakes. And without those mistakes, nobody would ever continue to improve, but rather just stay stagnant. Within every game, match, and meet, there is success. Whether it was a trip to state or a single play within a game, every success should be celebrated in sports and in our lives. I think my classmates would also agree that we've had a very strong and successful arts department through the years. Band and choir students have earned superior ratings, and there have been some excellent pieces of art entered into local art shows, and the one-act play even made it to state a year ago. From all this success, came very high expectations, and a lot of pressure was put on us to be the best. In many cases, this was a great motivator for our class to continue to want to earn success and work hard for it. In one-act play this year, we learned that if we wanted to get to the state competition a second time, it would not be as easy as we thought or hoped. Going into the season, we didn't know that we had motivated every other school to come back and beat us. We ended our season earning 4th at sections. On the bright side, we finished in the top half, so that was great. But on the flip side, we became acquainted with the reality that we would not be going back to state. The point from all these examples that I'm trying to get across is that it's important to celebrate every success, but it's also important to realize that we are not perfect. Sometimes we will finish first in life, and sometimes we will give it our all, and we still may only finish 4th. Too many times, we only see what is in front of us rather than the bigger picture. We can't get so wrapped up in ourselves that we miss the realization that if we want success now and in the future, we have to work very hard, and we can never give up. I think each of these examples can teach us great lessons that can be used all throughout life because starting tomorrow, we're in the real world. And in conclusion, there is always good in everything, and our mistakes only motivate us to become better scholars, athletes, musicians, artists, and thespians. But high school is over for us. Graduation is here, and today is the beginning of the rest of our lives. We will all be entering adulthood to pursue a degree of some sort, enter the service, or to start a full-time job. We won't have someone there to pick us up every time we fall. We must learn to pick ourselves up. And we must learn to keep trying and to focus on the bigger picture, which is life. We must learn to enjoy all of our successes, big and small, along the way. I would like to end with a quote by Zunzi. In order to properly understand the bigger picture, everyone should fear becoming mentally clouded and obsessed with one small section of truth. Thank you.
Hello, how is everyone doing today? I hope you are all doing well. To the audience, I know that the reality is some of you might be happy that it's graduation day for your son or daughter. And some of you might be sad that it's graduation day for your son or daughter. All I have to say is for all of you to be happy. Whether you are a parent, a family member, a teacher, or staff member here at Fillmore Central, or a friend of mine or my classmates, be happy. You have helped us make it to this turning point of our lives. Everyone behind me has a plan. Whether he or she is going to college, or straight into the workforce, or like me, going to serve our country through the armed forces. Our plans range from small to large, simple to complex, easy to challenging. Whatever we are planning, know that you have taught us right from wrong, and that you have taught us what is important in life. Truth is, we have all looked up to you at some point of our lives. Sometimes it may not look like it, but we have. I'm speaking for my whole class when I say thank you for being there for us when the times are good and when the times are bad. As for my classmates, I've been with most of you since I started school. As a class, we have gained new members and lost members. And they will always be in our memories of our school years. I would like to say the last 13 years have been the greatest years of my life. But the fact of the matter is, I do not remember the first 5 years, so the last 15 have been full. When we grow old and we look back and say these years were the best years of our lives, we could be called crazy. Because in our futures, we'll always be making great memories. Whether it's our wedding day, the day we got that promotion, or our first child was born. These milestones will soon surpass the days of walking in these Harmony and Preston halls with our classmates. but the memories we have in these buildings will stay with us forever. Classmates, I want you to have fun in life. And remember the little things. Yes, I know that sounds a little corny, but listen. I was once told a story about a college professor in one of his classes. It was called The Man's Jar and Two Waters. This is the school-rated version. A professor stood before his philosophy class and had some items in front of him. When the class began, he wordlessly picked up a very large and empty mayonnaise jar and proceeded to fill it with golf balls. He then asked the students if the jar was full. They agreed it was. The professor then picked up a box of pebbles and poured them into the jar. He shook the jar lightly and the pebbles rolled into the open areas between the golf balls. He then asked the students again if the jar was full. They agreed it was. The professor then picked up a box of sand and poured it into the jar. Of course, the sand filled the vacant spots of the jar. He asked once more if the jar was full. The students responded with a unanimous yes. The professor then produced 2 waters from under the table and poured them into the entire contents of the jar, effectively filling the empty spaces between the sand. The students laughed. Now, said the professor, as the laughter subsided, I want you to recognize this jar represents your life. The golf balls are the important things. Your family, your children, your health, your friends, and your favorite passions. And if everything else was lost and only they remained, your life would still be full. The pebbles are the other things that matter, like your job, your house, and your car. The sand is everything else, the small stuff. If you put the sand into the jar first, the professor continued, there's no room for the pebbles or golf balls. The same goes for life. If you spend all your time and energy on small stuff, you'll never have room for the things that are important to you. The professor continued, pay attention to the things that are critical to your happiness. Spend time with your children, spend time with your parents, visit your grandparents, take a spouse out to dinner, or maybe just play another round of golf. There'll always be time to clean the house or fix that darn washing machine. Take care of the golf balls first, the things that really matter. Set your priorities. The rest is just sand. One of the students raised her hand and asked what the water represented. The professor smiled and said, I'm glad you asked. The water shows that no matter how full your life may seem, there's always room for a couple waters with a friend. I don't know about you, but that story really hit me hard the first time I heard it. Also, it's very true. You cannot fill the jar with sand and then try to fit the golf balls into it. It simply does not work. I want you to remember that story. Learn the meaning it teaches you and live your life to the fullest. In the words of Bob Marley, love the life you live the life you love. The statement cannot be any better. When you grow up, people always tell you that what you should do in life and what you should like. Now that we are graduating, we have a chance to break free and do what we want. Find a job that you love instead of a job that makes more money. I always thought, what would be more important, money or happiness? Think about that for a second. Money cannot buy happiness, but to me, happiness, well, that is way more important than money. Live your life with that in your head, and you'll always succeed and be happy. Now to finish my speech, I just want to be another person to congratulate the class of 2014, and I want to thank you all for making these memories last a lifetime. Thank you.
carry you home tonight. We are young. So let's set the world on fire. We can ride by the sun tonight. We are young. So let's set the world on fire. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Come along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Come along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Come along if you know what happiness is to you. Feeling my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. They tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream. Well, life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes. I could lie, could lie, could lie. Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. Yeah, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Yeah, I've been feeling hard, sitting up on counting numbers, we'll be counting stars. Lately, I've been losing honestly, I wanna see you baby, but you wanna say the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you baby, I just wanna see you, I just wanna see you, I wanna see you baby, I just wanna see you, I just wanna see you, just wanna see you, I wanna see you baby. I can lift you up, I can show you what you wanna see, I take you where you wanna be. You could be my love, even if the sky is falling down. I know that we'll be safe and sound. We're safe and sound. I can feel your cup. You know I really wanna back like this when we still appreciate. You could be my love. I got the eye of the tiger, fire, dancing through the fire. Tired as a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. Waking up to ash and dust, I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm breaking in, shaping up, then checking out all the prison bars.
See, I leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart.
Yeah, it's been a bumpy road. Roller coasters high and low. Feel the tank and drive the car. Pedal fast, pedal hard. You won't have to go that far. You wanna give up 'cause it's dark.
We're really not that far apart.
So let your heart, sweetheart, be your compass when you're lost, and you should follow it wherever it may go. When it's all said and done, you can walk instead of run, 'cause no matter what, you'll never be alone. Never be
Before I start reading the names of our 2014 Fillmore Central graduates, I'd like to extend a thank you to our school board members for your hard work and dedication to our school system. Thank you to the faculty and staff for providing an excellent learning environment. Thank you to all the parents for your continued support of your child in our school. With the continued dedication of our board, faculty and staff, and the families, Fillmore Central will continue to be one of the finest school systems available to students. Seniors, I'm sure there are many mixed emotions. Some may be feeling sad, while others are as happy as they have been in a long time. And some may be feeling a sense of relief knowing you have made it to this day of celebration. With this day comes the ending of a constant that has been true for the last 13 years. Many of you know only Fillmore Central as your school, while others have moved to our communities and joined your class throughout the years. You have created many memories that I hope you will cherish the rest of your life. Now it is time for you to begin a new adventure. Graduates, one of the greatest powers you have is the power to choose. How you live your life is your choice and your responsibility. You have the beginning of a good education given by your parents and your teachers. You now need to finish the job. Don't shortchange yourself. Take pride in all you do, and life will come easy for you. Graduates, always do what's right. Do the best you can and treat others with respect and dignity, and good things will happen in your life. Lastly, I wish you all the very best. Thank you for an excellent school year. Good luck, good health, success, and happiness. May all your dreams come true. Now at this time, I am very proud to report to the Fillmore Central Board of Education that these students have completed the requirements for graduation, and I recommend that they be granted their diplomas. If the board members that are going to present diplomas would come forward. Lane Sydney Armstrong. Trevor Dennis Barnes. Colin Jeffrey Bennett. Dylan Howard Birch. Quentin Trevor Case. Taylor Diane Case. Nawadi L. Shugate. Nicholas Treat Courier. Lena Maria Della Libera. Clayton Andrew Dearson. Cody Lauren Erickson. Alex Theodore Fischbacher. Clay Milo Fischbacher. Samantha Lynn Gravow. Connor John Hansen. Christian Marcel Harrison. Thomas Stephen Henry. Montgomery McHale Holm. Sydney Ann Huffman. Krissa Leah Hughes. Joshua Daniel Jones. Katarina Yu. Andrew James Love. Logan Douglas Masters. Brady Patrick McGee. Tara Joy McGinley. William Lawrence McKernan. Jesse Michael Nelson. Kirby J. O'Connor. Kaylee Sue Olson. John Asher Ostrom. Victoria Nicole Peterson. Nicholas Keegan Powell. Sarah Judith Wrights. Carter Jean Rindles. Nicole Catherine Sebastian. McKinnon Michael Stone. Keely Marie Todd. Bram Van Lent. Lindsay Marie Weiss. Danielle Marie Zinsmaster. proud to present to you the class of 2014. Today, our graduates will be out in our courtyard if you would like to congratulate them. So they'll be out on the lawn, right out this door, turn left, and then straight outside. Thank you very much.